Megatron here, and this is for my top 10 anime of all time. I just made this same video and it was about 18 minutes, so I need to condense that. So, number 10 is Samurai Champloo. This is because the characters in Samurai Champloo, they go together so well. There's three main characters. They either get on each other's nerves, they can't stand each other, or they're like the best of friends. Uh, I'm into samurai stuff. It's got good sword fighting, really good action. It's a somewhat linear show. It's just these three characters go from place to place to place because they're looking for someone. But it is linear. Uh, like I say, good action. It's funny. And the characters go very well together. They really pull that off. That's that. Number 9 is Naruto. Uh, Naruto is my number 9 because with the characters, there's just so much to do with these characters. These guys, like, each character in Naruto has enough story to have their own show, their own individual mini series, maybe. That's how much stuff is going on in Naruto. Naruto was pretty unique when it came to just attacks and energy and things like that. Um, they had really good character development. I think I wrote something down. It's got good action, story, good characters, and it's unique. I can't talk a whole lot about Naruto because that'll make a long video, but good show there. Number 8, I have Claymore. I really like Claymore because it's about a half woman, half monster who hunts monsters. She works for this organization. And I can't go into all that depth, but it's kind of a dark show. It's actually a really dark show. When I'm watching Claymore, I feel like I can only be watching this show when it's nighttime because that's how dark and ugly it is. The monsters they hunt are called, what are they, Yoma? Yeah, they're called Yoma. And it's pretty bloody. It's pretty down to earth. It's just good show. The ladies, they're called Claymores. They walk around with swords that are like the size of me. But I enjoy watching it. I haven't finished yet though, but I will sometime. Number 7, I got Bleach. Bleach, I've liked ever since I've seen it. Really, really, really good sword fighting. They do have a ton of characters. I only care for like 6 of them, but Bleach is pretty awesome when it comes to sword fighting. And each spirit or soul reaper has his own sword or Zanpakuto, and they're very unique, very different. You won't find one soul reaper that has a Zanpakuto that looks like somebody else's Zanpakuto. And each Zanpakuto has its own little character and personality, which is really neat. And it is funny sometimes, but they do fall into filler, which don't really like all that. But I think Bleach deserves my top 10 for sure. Number 6 is Yu Yu Hakusho. I've liked this show since I've ever known about it. It's old now. But it kind of, for me, defined the whole spirit genre. I don't know if it's the first spirit show out there, but to me it kind of defined that. It's got really good character development, and I really like the sagas. Like, there wasn't a really bad moment in Yu Yu Hakusho, like, there was never a time when I was like, I don't really care for that. Like, it just kind of went better and better. I never felt it getting boring. Uh, it was just a neat show, nice concepts, pretty significant characters, pretty good stuff there. Number 5, I got Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist is just amazing. The concept really is what got me onto it. The law of equivalent exchange means you have to give something up to get to receive something. So you can't just make a weapon out of nothing. Yeah, it's somewhat long, 50 episodes. It's about these two boys who have turned into monsters because they have done something illegal to try to bring someone they love back to life. So throughout the show, they're trying to get their bodies back and at the same time almost fight crime. They kind of save people, but it's a really good show because, like I said, the concept and the two characters, they're brothers, and you kind of feel for these characters emotionally, kind of like in Naruto and a few other shows, but Full Metal Alchemist, I call it the best new show. When it comes to recent shows, I like it the best. Number 4 is Blood Plus. Blood Plus is awesome. It's also dark, very dark. I can't go too much into that. It's pretty gory when there is violence. I think it came on Adult Swim at one point. Uh, there's about 3 main characters. Then there's a ton of side characters. But each character in Blood Plus has a significant role. So there's not really one person in that show that's not needed. Everybody is important in one place or the other. There's also a ton of mystery. There's mystery under mystery under mystery. So you won't really get bored with that because you want to see what's going to happen. Did I write anything down for that show? Like, yeah, just story and mystery. Really good stuff. Uh, Number 3 is G Gundam. I like G Gundam first because it's got incredible music. I think it's got the best soundtrack out of all the anime. That's my opinion. The thing about G Gundam, it's not just one of those robot shows. You know, Domon Kashu won't just press a button or pull a lever or pull a trigger or any of that stuff. When he moves, his Gundam moves with him. So if Domon wants to do this, his Gundam will do that. It does exactly, if he wants to kick, the Gundam will kick with him, same exact time. So like, the concept was incredible. I never seen anything like that. There's a lot of robot shows out there, but when it comes to G Gundam, not any other, not the other Gundam shows. I'm talking about G Gundam. I think it's the best robot show, and the characters are very significant. Each person was once Domon's enemy before his friend. Most of them, anyway. Just a really good show. It's got good music, a good concept with the robot thing, and good characters. Alright. Dragon Ball Z is my number 2. No, I could go on forever about Dragon Ball Z, but what makes Dragon Ball Z great, I'll start with just saying the action. It's got over the top stuff going on. Over the top heroes, over the top villains, over the top side characters, even. Because no one had ever seen a Kamehameha wave or a Final Flash special beam cannon. That's just one little thing for Dragon Ball Z. I could go on literally forever about this show. And the villains are really, really good. I like Cell the best, but that'll be a different video. Each villain from Raditz to Boo built up the hero's skills. Like if you're gonna save this planet, you have to train. You gotta be stronger. You gotta do something. You can't stay as you are. You know, whether it's a hyperbolic time chamber, a gravity room, whatever. I gotta stop talking about this show. It'll be too long. My number one is Rurouni Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin is my favorite anime of all time because it's got nice action, it's got really good story, it's got some romance, and it's funny. So, story, romance, it's funny, and action. Uh, and it all fits in so well. The characters, at one point, maybe they didn't like each other, at another point, they do. But where should I even begin with that show? It, it's just incredible. I mean, Kenshin is a very unique character. He has a dirty past, but his friends happen to accept him for who he is. He's changed his ways. He no longer wants to kill. Again, I can talk about this show forever and ever, but I can't do that. I think I bought it. You can buy Rurouni Kenshin at a website called Playtech Asia. Just Google it, Playtech Asia. Uh, you can get that for $60. That's the whole series, 95 episodes. But Rurouni Kenshin is just my favorite. So that's my list. Thanks.